أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدني علما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to LQ Milton, class number 47. Inshallah, we'll continue our journey to learn the language of Quran, and this is a journey that will end until day of our death. So don't think at any point in time that just because this course is 3 years will master the language of Quran. We have had, mashallah, students sitting the third session. We started this session, this is the third session.
Is that a compliment?
That's a compliment. That is a compliment. And persistency and commitment, right? So so we have had students coming since our session 1 and still learning the language of Quran. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them and their families and accept their efforts towards this journey. Just this morning, Inam Bhai was serving the tea, and a new brother who just recently moved to Milton, he was just walking by, and then Inam Bhai, I'm sharing this small incidents, but just offered him the tea, and the brother said, I drink coffee, I don't drink tea. So Inam Bhai just poured the cup of tea to him and said, this is very good. It's ingredients are good, and you know, he just kind of, and you should try. So when we started talking to the guy, we told him about our class and whatnot, and he got interested, of course, and then he said he'll join the class, inshallah. So the example we gave them, you're holding this cup of tea, okay, you can see it, you can feel it, the warmth, the color and everything, and Inam Bhai just explained to you what kind of ingredient he had used in making that tea. Unless you taste this tea, you would not be able to completely comprehend or understand or experience that tea. So it's the same thing when we read Quran without understanding it, or translation, somebody's explaining it to us what's happening in the in that ayah, but unless we taste it and experience it ourselves, that will make a huge difference in our lives. So this is what we're trying to do here, inshallah. So just because we're going through book Madina, book 1 and book 2, and learning the tools, we call them tools of Arabic grammar, we are applying those tools directly into Quran. That's the main focus, that's the main objective, right? So today's lesson is lesson number 9. No specific concept introduced in this lesson except for fi'lu ta'ajjub, or a verb of surprise or wonder. That's the only new concept, very small concept introduced in this lesson. But otherwise, everything what we had learned in book 1 and book 2 so far, most of the concepts are discussed. So we'll try to dig into this lesson a bit more detail and try to finish it. And this is perhaps in book 2 we are most likely finishing 1/3. So I can see the light and the end of the tunnel, right? So inshallah we'll start lesson number 9 and page number 59 inshallah in the old book. From this point on, Dr. Saab is going to start introducing some verses from the Quran, so that we start applying these concepts into Quran. But we've been doing it throughout our course every now and then, trying to analyze the verses of Quran, and we'll continue to do that inshallah. Lesson number 9, page number 59. Dakhala al-mudarrisul fasla. Step 1, without going into the grammatical analysis, just translate it. Okay, dakhala al-mudarrisul fasla. The teacher entered the class, right? Why I said entered? Because dakhala is fi'l madi. And how do I know it's fi'l madi? Because remember in the last class, in class number 46, the way to identify fi'l mudari or the present tense is there is a ya, ta, hamza or noon in the beginning of the verb, and then it will have the dhamma in the end or the noon in the end, which denotes that it is marfu, right? So that is but dakhala is fi'l madi. So the teacher entered the class, happened in past tense. Okay, this is a jumla fi'liya or a verbal sentence, and like I said, we'll keep repeating these concepts over and over, and some of you know these concepts, but we'll still do it so that it registers in our mind. What is the minimum requirement for a jumla fi'liya or a verbal sentence? Fi'l and fa'il, action and the doer of the action, minimum requirement. Sometimes we bring in the maf'ulun bihi or the object, which are mansub, and the fi'ls or the verbs can be categorized into two kinds, mutaaddi and ghair mutaaddi, transitive and non-transitive, right? Transitive verbs, they need the object, right? And the non-transitive verb or ghair mutaaddi verbs, they don't need the object, not necessarily, but we can bring them in. How do I know a verb is a mutaaddi, a transitive verb or a non-transitive verb? When the verb comes to me, I ask the verb two questions: what and whom? And if it makes sense, then it is a transitive. So dakhala, he entered, which is a verb. Where is the fa'il? Where is the doer of the action? Al mudarrisu. Now remember, in a jumla fi'liya, whenever there is an ism or a noun which is marfu, just close your eyes, put your finger on that noun and say, this is my fa'il. And that fa'il can come right after the verb, it can come in the middle of the sentence, or it can come in the end of the sentence, but that is your fa'il. So this is how we identify the fa'il or the doer of the action. So who entered? Al mudarrisu, al fasla, maf'ulun bihi or object. Now you see, how do I know al fasla is maf'ulun bihi or object? Because it is mansub. Okay, so now dakhala al mudarrisu al fasla, the teacher entered the class, and I'm going to throw a curveballs so that we understand this. Take al mudarrisu out from this sentence, take it out. What remains? Dakhala al fasla, right? Now is it still a jumla fi'liya? Yes, because now the fa'il is mustatir, hidden inside dakhala, taqdiruhu huwa, he entered the class. You see, this is how we keep throwing these curveballs for us to keep understanding it. Then what happened? Wa harf ataf and wajada fihi khamsata ashara taliban faqat. Simple translation. Wa is harfu ataf, means and what do we know about harfu ataf? It either joins the two words or either it joins the two sentences. We know about that, right? So now it is joining the two sentences, right? So the teacher entered the class, wow, and wajada, he found, fihi, in it, khamsata ashara taliban faqat, only 15 students. Only 15 students. Okay, wajada. Now this is a jumla failure. Where is the file now? Now see, file is mustatir here because this entire jumla, do you see any noun which is marfu? No, none. So file is mustatir inside wajada, and taqdiruhu, taqdiruhu huwa yudullu, and it goes back to the mudarris. It goes back to the mudarris, right? It goes back to the mudarris. So wa wajada, and he found, fihi jar majrur. Now wajada, as wajada is as wajada, what or whom? Does it make sense? He found what? It makes sense. And he found whom? It makes sense, right? So now I need a maf'ulun bihi. Where is the maf'ulun bihi or the object in this sentence? Khamsata. You see, khamsatu becomes khamsata because it is your maf'ulun bihi. Okay, ashara 15, taliban. Now taliban is tamiz, faqat, only 15 students, right? Faqala lahum. What is fa? Fa comes in Quran all the time. Ataf, adjoining. So, which means so. Qala. Now qala lahum. Qala means he said. Lahum jarun majrur, to them. So he said to them. To whom? To the students. Aina tullabul jududu. Aina tullabul jududul khamsatu allazina ja'u amsi. Now let's just do the rough translation word. Where are the new students, 5 new students who came yesterday? Rough translation first. Now we start digging into the grammatical analysis of it, because once we know the grammar tools, then we can ponder upon the ayahs of Quran and then get good pondering or understanding of those ayahs. That's what it is. This is this is related. I mean, once we know this, then it's easy for us to apply these tools into Quran. Aina, where? Aina tullabu, where are the students? Talibun, student. Tullabu, students. Aina tullabu, where are the students? What is the grammatical value of al jududu? Naat. Now I have to adjective, right? Now when I say boy and I want to say good boy, then good is your adjective and boy is your noun. So same thing. I'm talking about at-tullabu, the students. What kind of students? Al-jududu, new students, right? So anything that defines at-tullabu or quality, anything that defines or quality, the noun will become adjective. Remember this thing, because this is coming in this sentence. Okay, so now at-tullab, and we know the adjective or the naat, they match, naat, manut, they match in 5 things. We know those, right? In gender and in number, and then in case ending, and then feminine gender, masculine gender, all those things. Definite, indefinite as well. Yes. So at-tullabu, al-jududu, they're both definite as well, right? So now the relationship is established. Al-khamsatu, 5. Again not, because al-khamsatu is again defining the students. Okay, so where are the 5 new students? Now I'm adding into the adjective. Where are the 5 new students? And comes allazina. Khalid bhai, allazina. Naat. Very good. It's again not. Now because allazina again ismu mausula, who, but they are defining those 5 students. They are defining those 5 students. Where are those 5 students who ja'u amsi? Ja'u.
Can you just keep the translation of the words? Some of them I know and some of them I don't.
Yeah.
Talabu and all of that.
Yeah. Well, allazina means who, right? Those who. Ja'u. What is ja'u? Past tense, right? What, right? Huh? Plurals. Yes. So ja'a, ja'u. Where is the verb? Where is the file in ja'u? Wow. Wow is the file. Whenever there is an action, the first thing we'll do is to look for the doer of the action. So allazina who, those who, ja'u came, those who came, amsi yesterday. Okay. What follows ismu mausula, silatul mausul, and where is silatul mausul? Ja'u amsi. Jumla failure coming as a silatul mausul. So jumla failure coming as a silatul mausul. Whenever there is allazi, allazina in the Quran comes, or allati, whenever these ismu mausula come, it will always, because allazina, then you have to define who are those. So that will follow, then the definition of those will come in the Quran, and we call it silatul mausul, right? So whenever allazi, allazina comes in the Quran, you always look for silatul mausul.
Just like ya ayyuhallazina amanu.
Ya ayyuhallazina. O you who, those who, allazina who believed. Then we are defining, allazina comes, those who believed, amanu, right? Those who believed. So right after allazina, allazi or allati, which is the feminine of allazi, comes the definition of that ismu mausula. In Quran we always look for it, like who are Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about, who are those allazi, who are those allazina. Yeah, talking about us and those who believed. So that's what it, now next one, qala abdullahi. Qala means he said. Okay, he said. Is this a verb? Yes, the action of saying. So whenever there is a verb, we are looking for the doer of the action. Where is the doer of the action? Abdullahi, servant of Allah. That's what it means, servant of Allah. Qala Abdullahi. He asked. He said. Abdullah said. Hadaru. Hadara. What is the meaning of hadara? He was present, right? Hadaru. Now, the action of presenting. They were in attendance. So we are talking about 5 new students. So qala Abdullahi. Abdullah then said or answered in that case, hadaru. They were present. Where is the file in hadaru? Wow. Wow is the file. We're going to take it easy in lesson number 9 because this is repetition of many things. So we'll take our time. 3-4 sessions, that's fine. Hadaru al-yawma. They were present today. Al-yawma means today. Wa and kharaju. They left. Kharaju. Wow again is the kharaja is the verb. Now everything is going in past tense right now. I haven't seen any fi'l mudare yet, right? But we know what fi'l mudare looks like. The present tense look like. So watch for these things. Wa kharaju, and they left. Wow is the file. Qabla qalilin, a while ago. A little while ago. Qalilin, a little while ago. So kharaju, jumla kharaju qabla qalilin is your jumla failure. Kharaja means he left. Kharaju, they left. In whom form, wow is the file, and then qabla is your zarf, and qalilin is your mudafala. A little while ago. Qalilin means little, small. Azunnu. Okay. Now, what are the 5 signs? What are the 4 signs for mudare? Ya, ta, hamza, and the noon. So now I can see hamza is coming. Now I see hamza is coming. So fi'l mudare is there. Azunnu, I think. Zanna means he thought. Zanna yazunnu. Yazunnu means he thinks. He thinks. And 5 in your pocket. Yazunnu, tazunnu, azunnu, nazunnu. 5 in your pocket. Right? We know about those 5 in your pocket thing. Right? So azunnu means I think. Yazunnu means he thinks. Tazunnu means the first one, she thinks, and the next one, you think. Nazunnu means we think, right? So azunnu, I think, annahum zahabu ilal mudiri. Now anna comes. Anna min akhawatu inna. Anna min akhawatu inna. Inna, we know about inna. Inna comes in the Quran all the time, and we know about inna. Indeed, surely, verily, and we already said none of those can really translate. Anna means that. That. Inna. So what are we looking for with anna? Ismu anna and khabar anna. And ismu anna will be mansoob, and khabar anna will be marfu. Right? So when we say azunnu, I think, annahum, that they, hum, what is hum? Ismu anna, mansoob. Right, Khalid bhai? Ismu anna, mansoob, jazakallah. And where is the khabar anna? Entire jumla failure coming as khabar anna. Zahabu ilal mudiri. Zahabu means they went. They went to the mudir. To the mudir, or to the director. To the director. Ila means harfjar, to, towards, or to. Al mudiri, the director. So now zahabu comes. This entire jumla failure is coming as khabar anna. Khabar anna, and it is marfu, which we will learn in book 3 a bit more detail about how a jumla can be marfu or not, but that's something later. Where is the file in zahabu? Wow. And what is ila? Harf jar. What follows ila? Is ism majroor. Al mudiri, majroor form. Right? That's it. Raja'a. He returned. Raja'at tullabu. Al khamsatu, 5 students returned. Now where is the file? Raja'at tullabul khamsatu. Where is the file? At-tullabu. And what is the grammatical value of al khamsatu? Adjective, not. See, now we know. Now we are now it's all making sense. We can translate these sentences, and we can do some grammatical analysis of it, and this knowledge will help us analyzing the ayahs of the Quran.
It's not in English.
Adjective. Raja'at tullabul khamsatu. The 5 new students returned. Ba'da qalilin. After a while. After a little while. Faqala. Now fa again comes. Fa means so. Qala lahum, they said. Al mudarrisu, to the faqala lahum. So mudarris said to them. Faqala lahum al mudarrisu. Now faqala lahum al mudarrisu. Where is the file? Al mudarrisu. Remember, in jumla failure, whenever there is a noun and that noun is in a marfu form, that is your file, doer of the action. Faqala lahum al mudarrisu. The teacher said to them. Lahum. Now this is a style of Fussa language, and we probably will see in Quran as well, that lahum jar majroor comes before the file. We cannot say faqala al mudarrisu lahum. We cannot say that. This is not a proper Arabic language. Maybe in today the corrupted Arabic that is spoken, they may say that, but that's not proper grammar. That's not proper Arabic language. The proper way of saying it, فَقَالَ لَهُمْ الْمُدَرِّسُ. That's the proper grammatical structure of the sentence, Fusha language. So the teacher said to them, lahum. What did he said? إِلَى الْمُدِيرِ ذَهَبْتُمْ يَا بَنَائِي. What is Hamza to istifham. Queen Victoria. Nadeem bhai, Queen Victoria, you remember that. You know the story about Queen Victoria, Nadeem bhai? In the last session we did that. Yeah. So Queen Victoria, she's always in the front. She would never let anybody walk in front of her. You would notice that.
That's the law.
Yeah, it's a law. I didn't know it was a law. So same thing, Hamza to istifham always have to be in the front of the sentence. It cannot come in the middle or after any other. So if Hamza to istifham is like Queen Victoria. Okay, so Hamza to istifham, what is the function of Hamza to istifham? Make a sentence into a question mark. Remove this Hamza to istifham, it will become a statement, a sentence or a statement. Okay, bring Hamza to istifham back, it will become, and we'll do this litmus test right now. We'll do that. Ilal mudiri, Hamza to istifham. Ila is your hafjar. Al mudiri ism majroor. Zahabtum, did you go? You all go. Zahabtum, to the director. Ya abnai, oh my sons. Now this is a translation. Now let's do the grammatical analysis. What is ila? To. Yeah. Al mudiri, the director. Zahabtum, zahaba, he left. Zahabtum, you he went. Zahabtum, you all went, in second person, plurals, feminine, right? Zahabtum, where is the file in Zahabtum? Tum is the file. Okay, did you all go to the director? Did you all go to the director? Now we are talking in plural form, masculine, right? Plural form, masculine, second person. So we have to understand, some of the sentences previously were third person. Now we are in the second person. Now there is a direct dialogue going on between the Mudaris and the 5 new students, right? The 5 new students. What is ya? Harfu nida, particle of calling. Ya Allah, we said that, right? So ya is harfu nida, and always after ya comes munada. Somebody who are you calling to, right? So who's the teacher calling to? Abnai, my sons, referring to the 5 new students. Abnai, my sons. Ibnun, abnau, and abnai, my sons. Ya mutakallim means my sons, right? Ya abnai. Okay, we'll do something else. I mean, abnai is mudaf alayh. Abnai is mudaf alayh, right? So ya is used for second person. So we cannot use for third person or for myself. I cannot say oh me or something, right? Qalu, they said. Now qalu. Now what about qalu? Qalu comes in the Quran all the time, right? They said. Where is the file? Wow is the file. Complete jumla failure. Complete jumla failure, because the action is there, the action of saying, and the doer of the action is there too. Wow, they. Naam, harful jawab. Yes. Zahabna ilayhi li'annana ma wajadna asma'ana fil qa'imati. Okay. A long sentence. Let's do a quick translation and then start digging into it. Naam, so they said yes. So that means they did went. They did go to to the director, right? They did go to the director. Naam, they said yes. They admitted it. Zahabna, we went. Where is the file? Na is the file. Okay, so that is done. Ilaihi, ila means to him, to who? Al Mudir. You see the context. See, this is why it's so important, because when we read in the Quran, we cannot just pick one ayah and then if there is a pronoun or a damir is used and understand that ayah before we know the entire context of the topic that's happening, because if I take this entire context, raja'at tullabul khamsatu ba'da qalilin, and then the teacher said to them, ailal mudiru zahabtum. If I remove everything and I simply say zahabna ilahi, we went to him. To who? I don't know, right? We went to him. Now I know they went to mudir, because we have to understand the entire context of the conversation that is happening. Okay, li annana, li harf jar and anna. Now what is anna? Min akhwatu inna, that, right? That and when harf jar, now remember this, when harf jar li plus anna comes, what does it mean? Because li anna.
You can also write na, so they will that.
And then and if I said na, because we, so li anna na is basically three words. Li is your harf jar, anna min akhwatu inna, right? So li anna becomes one. Li anna comes in the Quran and it means because, and then what follows anna? Ismu anna, and ismu anna is na, mansoob, damir muttasil coming as ismu anna mansoob, because we. So they're saying naam, yes, zahabna, we went, ilaihi, to him, right? Li annana, because we. Now what happens? Ma wajadna. What is ma here? Nafi. Now ma comes in different flavors, like in ice cream, we have different flavors. Same with la comes in many flavors in Quran. We even though they're all negation, but they're different kind of negations, and it's very important for us to identify what flavor are we getting in the Quran. When la comes, we need to know what kind of flavor we are getting, because la could be simply harful jawab, no, simply no. La could be la nahiya, la could be la an-nafiya, la could be al-nafiyatul jins. There are different laws, and each law has a different taste. Unless we don't understand, for example, what is the first thing anybody who's becoming a Muslim, what is the first thing they say? La ilaha. First thing, that's the first thing they say, la ilaha, and they stop there for a second. Stop there. What kind of la is this? Is negation, yeah, but there's more to it. No, al nafiyatul jins. So there are so many tastes to it. It's not simple negation, because actually it is ilahu, because nouns we know by nature are marfu. But what happens? Ilahu becomes ilaha, because this la is a special law. It's not simple negation. It's called la al-nafiyatul jins. It's important for your kind of work to understand. Dawa. This la al-nafiyatul jins is basically giving a negation in all four corners, like every single thing that is associated with this ilaha. Ilahu becomes ilaha, and that is the quality of la nafiyatul jins. The noun follows by it will become mansoob. Alif lam mim zalikal kitabu la raiba, mansoob form. Now when we say la ilaha, how do we explain it? For example, if I claim, and this is just an example, if I claim that I don't drink coffee, and this is an example I think we have sent before. So this is a negation, right? This is a negation. It's a simple negation. But then this la an-nafiyatul jins comes and then would negate my statement like this. Somebody could question, okay, you don't drink coffee, maybe in the past you were drinking coffee, that is negated too. Maybe in future you will start drinking coffee, that is negated too through this la. Maybe there is another derivative or form of coffee or caffeine you're taking to compensate for coffee, that is also negated. So you come from left, you come from right, you come from top, you come from down. Anything you try to negate, to challenge me for my negation, this law will protect me. This law nafiyatul jins will protect me from this. So that is why la ilaha illallah is a very powerful statement. We cannot, I mean, if we start thinking about it and even applying it into our lives, are we really claiming there is no deity except Allah? Ilah is harfu exception, the particle of exception, illallah, and we learn about the particle of exception in book 3, very beautiful concept. But when we claim this, that means it is negation from, it is protecting ilaha in a circle. Anywhere, left, right, up, down, diagonally you try to come and try to say, okay, yeah, this law is protecting. No, there is absolutely no deity. That's it. So this is and la raiba fi, there is absolutely no doubt about it, absolutely no doubt about it. So what I'm saying is that it can only be felt. We can only feel about it. My words, my anything that I'm saying, I mean trying to explain it, but one can actually feel it in the heart. That's why it's important for us to understand these concepts, and we can feel them, because you cannot explain your feeling. So we went ilahi to him li'annana, because we ma wajadna, we did not find. Wajada, he found, and then wajadna, we found, and we did not find asma'a, find, we did not find whom or find what. This is mutaddi transitive, right? This is mutaddi transitive. Ma wajadna asma'ana, our names, mudaf alayh, asma'ana fil qa'imati. Now we are almost 35-40 minutes, but that's okay. We wanted to tackle this this lesson thoroughly. Okay, we did not find asma'ana, find what? Asma, ismun, name, asma'u, names. But then when it becomes mafulun bihi, it will becomes asma'a, and then wahuwa mudaf, and it is also mudaf, and na is your mudaf alayh. We did not find our names fil qaimati, in the list. Okay, there was some kind of list, they did not find their names in the list, fil qaimati. So that's how we tackled it. Now next one, jalas al mudarrisu wa qala. Jalasa means he sat. Al mudarrisu is your file. So the teachers sat down, waqala, and he said, aqaratum, a comes, okay, aqaratum, we know is hamzatu istifham. Qara'tum, what is the meaning of qara'tum? Qara'a, he read. he read. Qara'tum, you all read. Did you all read? And very careful. Did you all read? Qara'tum, did you all read? Read what? Darasa. Now darasa, what is the grammatical value of darasa? Mafulun bihi, object, because this is mutaaddi noun, transitive mutaaddi verb, transitive verb, right? Mutaaddi. So we need a mafulun bihi. Aqara'tu, did you all read? Read what? Darasal amsi. Now darasa is your mafulun bihi and al amsi is your mudaf alayh. Yeah. Yesterday's lesson, ya banai, we know what ya banai is. Oh my sons, we have already covered that. Okay. Qala tullabu, the student said. Naam, again naam comes. Now what are they saying? Qara'nahu wa katabnahu wa hafiznahu. Qara'nahu, let's tackle one by one. This is just, yeah, student said. Qala means qala is the verb and natulabu is the file. We know that. The student said. Naam, yes. Harful jawab, yes. Qara'nahu wa katabnahu wa hafiznahu. Okay. Qara'nahu. What kind of jumla is this? Jumla failure. All three, the verb, the file and the mafulun bihi, all three of them are present in this qara'nahu. Qara, the action of reading. Na, us, right? Us. Who? It. Mafulun bihi, we read it. Wow. And katabnahu. Kataba means he wrote. Katab, the action of writing. Na, us, who, we wrote it. Wow. And hafiz, na, who, hafiza, he memorized. Hafiz, the action of memorizing. Na, we, us, nahnu, right? Who, it. Now qara'nahu wa katabnahu wa hafiznahu. What is this who? Who is damirun muttasilun, attached pronoun, and it goes back to yesterday's lesson. Now we understand. That is why it is important to understand the entire context, because the students are talking about yesterday's lesson.
So this goes back to the previous dars.
Yes, yeah, the yesterday's lesson. Who goes back to the dars. Qala al mudarrisu, the teacher said. It's very easy. Afahimtumuhu. Okay, before we go there, I want to go back to aqaratum darsal amsi ya banai. I want to go back there, because let's do the litmus test. What is the translation of this? Did you all read yesterday's lesson, oh my son? Now remove hamzatul istifham from this sentence. Let's throw a curveball here. Remove it and then read what happens. Qaratum darsal amsi ya banai. You all read yesterday's lesson, oh my sons. Now it is a statement. Bring back hamzatul istifham, become a question. Bring back hamzatul istifham, become a question. So then the teacher said, qala al mudarrisu afahimtumuhu. Fahima, he understood. Fahima, he understood. Fahimtum, you all understood. Is hamzatul istifham. Did you all understand? Who? It goes back to yesterday's lesson. So the teacher is asking, did you all understand it? Did you all understand it? Fahimtum, who, tumu, and wow is the spelling rule. So it is a spelling rule. It has no grammatical significance there. Okay, because
teacher knows the student.
Yeah. So yes, he asked, but the answer is naam.
Yeah.
The answer qalu, they said yes, naam. Fahimnahu jaydan, ha. Jayyidan. Fahimnahu jayyidan. Fahima means he understood. Fahimna, we understood. who, it. Now you see, damir is coming over and over, but then we have to go back to the very first sentence where we are talking about yesterday lesson. Fahim, we understood it. Jayyidan, very much. We understood it really well. Jayyidan is maf'ulun mutlaq. Maf'ulun mutlaq is absolute object.
They just want to go.
No, the teacher will ask the questions. Yeah, in the lesson teacher will ask the question. He'll test them. He'll test them. Ustad will be ustad. Okay, ustad will be ustad. Okay, then comes. Oh, this is a new concept. Ma ashala haza darsa. Ma ashala haza darsa. What is ashala, Khalid bhai? Felu tajub, a verb of wonder. Now you see, ashala means, you're right, ashala is a verb, but it is jamid. Ashala will remain ashala. You cannot conjugate ashala because it is jamid, just like laisa, naqis, deficient. Ashala is called felu tajub. There are emotions, and the pattern is af'ala. Af'ala. Jamilun, what is jamilun? Beautiful. Ajmala, how beautiful. Ma ajmala, how beautiful. You see, how beautiful. Now with felu tajub always comes ma. Ma will comes with felu tajub. Okay, so this is a verb of wonder, felu tajub, or surprise. Ma asala hada darsa, how easy is this lesson? How easy is this lesson, right? So when I say ma ajmala hazihi sayyarata, how beautiful is this car? So this is a new concept. I think there's an exercise, but that's all we need to know at this point in time. We don't have to go into much detail there. This pattern af'ala is felu tajub, and it comes with ma, right? We'll leave it at that. When the exercise comes, we'll do a bit more detail on it, because I want to cover a few things here. Qala Abdur Rahmani. Qala Abdur Rahman said. Now qala, where is the file here? Where is the file here? Abdu. Qala Abdu, and wahuwa mudaf, and ar-Rahmani mudaf alayh, right? Abdur Rahman said, Ana ma fahimtu fihi salasa kalimatin. Simple translation: I did not understand 3 words in it. Kalimatin, words in it. I did not understand 3 words in it. Okay. Ana, mubtada, ma, nafi, fahimtu. Where is the file in fahimtu? Tu, I did not understand. Ma, did not understand. Fihi, in it, jarun wa majrurun. Salasa. Now I did not understand what? Where is the mafulun bihi? Salasa. 3. I did not understand 3. And then this is the adat, and what is the ma'dud? Kalimatin. 3 words. I did not understand 3 words. Qala al-mudarrisu. Ana is your mubtada, and where is the khabar? Khalid bhai, the entire jumla failure is coming as a khabar for ana. Qala al-mudarrisu. We can do a more detailed analysis of it. We can start analyzing the verbal sentence in itself, but we know fihi is jar majroor, and we know salasa is your mafulun bihi, and kalimatin is your mudaf alayh, which is al-ma'dud. We have done it. Qala al-mudarrisu, the teacher said. Qala means he said. Al-mudarrisu, the teacher said. Ma hiya. Now this ma is not nafi. This is ismu istifham. This is ismu istifham. Ma hiya. What is the translation? What are they? No, not those. They. Because here, what are they? Okay, now why here? That is a question. Kullu jama muannas kalimatin. We're talking about kalimatin. Okay, kalimatin. You don't know that concept. Kullu jama muannas. It is kullu jama muannas. Whenever there is an aqil, the scholars have divided everything in aqil and ghair aqil. Whenever we're talking about ghair aqil in plurals, then we treat them as singular feminine. Okay, so ma here is singular feminine, third person, right? Ma here. What are they? Qala Abdur Rahmani, the teacher Abdur Rahman said, qara'na, we read fit darsi, in the lesson, hazihil jumlata, this sentence. Now qara'na, where is that? Qara'na fit darsi hazihil jumlata. Qara'na, we read. What is qara? He read. Qara'na, we read. Is it mutaddi? Is it transitive? Yes. Where is the maf'ulun bihi? Where is the object? Hazihi, jazakallah, hazi, and hazihi is mansub because hazi is mabni. We know haza and hazi is mabni. So even though I can see a kasra there, but my mind knows that hazihi is coming as in a mansub form, as a maf'ulun bihi. And what is al jumlata? Why badal? Because hazihi is mansub. So al badal or the substitute will have to be mansub too, right? This sentence. We read in the dars this sentence. What kind of sentence? Qada jaddi min al khurtum. Ada jaddi min al khurtum. Jaddi. Jaddu is grandfather. My grandfather returned from Al Khurtum. Al Khurtum we know is the capital of Sudan. Okay. Fama ma'ana hazihil kalimatil salasi. Okay, so fa is your ataf, ma hamzatu ismu istifham. So what is ma'ana? Ma'ana means meaning. Hazihi, meaning of this. Now meaning is mudaf and hazihi is your mudaf alayh. So what is the meaning of this al kalimati? What is al kalimati? What is the grammatical value of badal? And why it is majroor here? Because hazi is majroor. Hazi, and why hazi is majroor? Because it is mudaf alayh. Ji naam bhai.
Fama mana, is tajub as well?
No, tajub is afala. Tajub will come in this form. Yeah. Tajub is yeah. Fama ma'ana hazihil kalimati. So what is the meaning of these? Now why we are using hazihi? Because kullu juma muannas. We are talking about kalimatin, ghair aqil, right? Ghair aqil and ghair aqil. So we will treat it as feminine, right? Singular, feminine singular. Famana. So what is the meaning of these words? What kind of words? Al salasi, 3 words. Not adjective. I have, if I am defining or giving a quality of of the kalima, the 3 words, so that's your adjective, an-nat. Now, and we'll start here. We'll stop here. The first page. Qala al mudarrisu. The teacher said. Ada. Ada is the verb. Ma'naha, meaning of it. Ma'na ha, and there is some spelling rule. I am not going to go into that spelling rule because we don't want to confuse ourselves too much. Okay, we are only stick to the point. We want to understand the meaning and the grammatical analysis. Yeah, if there is some spelling rule that is meant to be told, then you see how ma'ana there is alif maqsura there, but when you bring in the damir muttasil, it will be alif manduda, the entire alif will show up. That's just a spelling rule. Okay, ma'anaha, meaning of it, ada, meaning of it. Now why ha? Why are we using not who? That is the question. No, because we are talking about ada. Ada, it's not kullu jama muannas, because we are talking about kalimat, and that is feminine, and ada is the kalima. Kalamatun, ta marbuta there, right? Kalamatun. So it's a feminine. That's why I'm using ha here. Meaning of it, ada is the word, right? Meaning of it, raja'a, he returned. So ada and raja'a, same meaning. Wow and al jaddu, ma'anaha, meaning of it, abul abi or abul ummi, father of, that is grandfather or grandmother, father of father or mother of mother, right? Abul abi wa abul ummi, or sorry, father of mother. Aw is your or, okay, or we know that aw is for. Li khurtumu, for khurtum, Asimatus Sudani. Asima means the capital of Sudan. Capital of Sudan. Mudaf, mudaf alayh. Afahimta? Naam. Answer is naam. Well, Qala Abdur Rahman said, Al-ana fahimtu. Al-ana fahimtu. Now I understand, right? Now I understand. Okay, I was planning to finish 2 pages, but that's okay. We're just going to digest it slowly. Al-ana means now. It is your zarf, and fahimtu is your complete jumla failure. Fahima means he understood. Tu is your file. I understood. Now I understood. We'll stop the lesson here, inshallah. With that, inshallah, we'll culminate our lecture here. We'll see you next Saturday. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. And I forgot, we'll also analyze this ayah, inshallah, next time. Yeah, next time we'll inshallah do it, and some more ayahs we can bring some, so that we apply that knowledge. La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha laha ma kasabat wa alayha maktasabat. Rabbana la tu'akhizna in nasina aw akhtana. Rabbana wa la tahmil alayna isran kama hamaltahu ala allazina min qablina. Rabbana wa la tuhammilna ma la taqata lana bih wa'fu anna waghfir lana warhamna anta maulana fansurna alal qawmil kafirin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.